Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On My Turntable. It's Sunday morning. It's a coffee kind of morning. I was watching one of Steve's videos over on Value Vinyl Random Radio, and he did a cool thing. He just finished listing all his albums on Discog, and he's got a randomizer button that selectively at random selects an album, and he did a review on that album. So I thought that was a cool thing. I don't have Discogs, or my albums listed on Discogs yet, but I thought I'd do a similar type of idea, not to copy his idea, but I just did a random pull, and thought I'd do a review on the album that I pulled. So cool idea. Thanks, Steve, for that concept. Awesome idea. Before I get into everything, please hit the like and subscribe button below. Thank you to all that have liked and subscribed so far. I greatly appreciate it. I want to continue to put great content out there to be informative and to show you guys some great bands and artists that I have in my collection. So I think this album is quite appropriate for a Sunday morning. It is Joe Jackson's Night and Day. This is a tribute to the style of Cole Porter, also to, in some ways, the city of New York. It's on A&M Records, got a black label. The album itself is clean. It's almost brand new, I would say. Sounds awesome, and quite happy to have it in my collection. I've got a couple of Joe Jackson albums, and I think he's a remarkable artist. So this one, it's a short album, only 9 tracks on the album, but filled with sophistication, jazz. It's not a poppy type of album that you would think would come out of the 80s. It's the 5th studio album by Joe Jackson, released in 1982. Reached the top 5 in the UK and the US, which was his first to do that. Also earned platinum status in the UK, US, and also Canada. As I said earlier, the album pays tribute to the style of Cole Porter and of New York City. The track Steppin' Out, the famous track off of this album, nominated for Record of the Year and also Best Pop Vocal Performance by a Male Artist. One thing that Joe Jackson has an amazing voice, as well as super talent, for sure. The song itself reached number 6 in both the UK and US, and also the other single off of it, Breaking Us in Two, reached number 18 in the US and number 59 in the UK. This was one of the first albums that presented Joe Jackson as a serious songwriter. One side is night, the other side is day, and the songs themselves have Latin rhythms, jazz rhythms, horns, piano, synthesizer. It's quite a mixture of musical styles, and a lot of the songs seem to blend into one another, which is a cool concept. Again, it seems shorter because it's more about the sound of the album rather than the songs themselves. The songs Target and Cancer have Latin elements to them. Chinatown is another awesome track, again blending in from the track before. The ending song, Slow Song, is just an amazing example of how strong Joe Jackson's voice is. Just remarkable. Top songs on the album, of course, are Steppin' Out, Breaking Us in Two, The Haunting Real Men, and the awesome opener, Another World. Great way to start off an album. It really is. It's an amazing album filled with jazz and sophistication, and still sounds just as good today as it did when it first came out. Starts off with Another World. I love his vocal style. He's got a unique voice, but it's powerful. Next is Chinatown. Next is TBH.
Out for food, get the news.
Next is Target. Latin style throughout that song for sure. The next two tracks, Stepping Out and Breaking Us in Two, I won't play because I'm sure they'll get blocked. But two amazing tracks, two great singles off of this album. Track 7 is Cancer. Again, a lot of the tracks, not too many vocals in each track, but a lot of cool music, a lot of cool sounds, basically. Real Men.
Now it's all changed. It's got to change more. Waving the hair, short hair all straight.
And finally, one of my favorite tracks on the album, Slow Song. Start. There we go.
We need just one more dance to leave here with an understanding.
His vocals are just awesome. It's so strong and powerful voice on this one. So there you have it. There's Night and Day. If I was to rank it, again, the majority of my music is rock, classic rock, heavy rock. It's refreshing to listen to an album like this, and the more you listen to it, the more you get into it and love it. When I first heard it, it was, yeah, it's good, but the more I've listened to it 3 or 4 times in a row now, and you just get to understand it and appreciate it. And I'm going to give this one at least an 8.5 out of 10. A couple of weak tracks, but not too many, and just musically, vocally, and rhythmically is just remarkable. So, Night and Day, Joe Jackson, check it out. Thanks very much. Hope you have a great, wonderful day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Bye bye now.